I said I was done with Sunny Beach for 2017, but, well, I guess I lied. A couple weeks later, I'm back here in Bulgaria's hedonist haven on the Black Sea, as I like to call it. But I'm not here to hang out by the beach, I'm not here to party, I'm not here for any bar crawls. I am actually here to meet and interview a very prominent Bulgarian who is a little controversial and has gained fame and possibly fortune from the refugee crisis. His name is Dinko Valev, and he's very well known inside Bulgaria, but I'm not sure how well known he is outside of Bulgaria, and because of that, I want to get to know him and introduce you, my audience, to him, and I am going to meet him and interview him in just a matter of minutes. And on this journey, I am joined by none other than, I don't know if I can sit or stand or what.
Hello everybody. First time at the seaside this summer.
For those of you who don't know Brent, this is Brent Sanders, the co-host of the FreeManCast and an editor on Freeman Post.
Glad to be with you once again.
So Brent's joining me as the cameraman, possible translator, and all things backup and brains. You got anything to say before we meet Dinko?
Well, I think it'll be very interesting. Should we talk a little bit about his situation, or you want to do that later?
Sure, just for a few seconds.
So he became popular as being a vigilante here in Bulgaria. That is, apparently, according to the story, he ran into some immigrants on the Bulgarian-Turkish border, and he decided to take the law into his own hands, and so he has, I don't know exactly what he does with it. We'll find out more about that from him, but he basically, a citizen arrests them and ties them up and takes, I don't know, he takes their money or takes their weapons or something. But we'll find out more about
there have been photos and videos of him grabbing refugees and migrants coming across the border and tying them up and holding them down and waiting for the police to come. And apparently he's got this whole fleet of military equipment, which includes tank-like vehicles and an armed helicopter. So these are some of the things we're going to ask him about, and you enjoy the footage that we get from the interview, and we'll be checking back with you later.
Make sure you post your comments below.
Indeed.
Before 1.5 years ago, I driving on my motorbike, 4x4, close to border, and some people from Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, I don't know where he from, but from over there, try to kill me. Some people want to buy drugs, buy it. Some people want to buy alcohol, buy it. Some people want to buy other stuff, buy it. I don't drugs, no smoking, nothing. I like tanks, I like guns, I like everything. I have 5 tanks, I have enough guns, I have enough stuff to make what I want. But I don't want dead people. I want everything be happy.
The Dinko interview is done. It was a blast hanging out with him for a little bit. I think it was more interesting seeing what he's like around other people, what other people are like around him. He's certainly a celebrity here in Bulgaria. I think that was more interesting than the interview itself, although hearing about his attack helicopter and his procurement of some other military equipment and ISIS allegedly putting a bounty on his head, all that stuff was very interesting. And I hope you enjoy the full interview in this video. Now I am lucky enough to be taking a tour of Nesebar, the UNESCO World Heritage Site Old Town that is just south of Sunny Beach, and I just heard from my guide it's about 3,200 years old, and let's now take a look at the beauty and some of the architecture and history. Photo time. Going to eat in the Eco Bar. Echo Bar. Eco Bar много красиво. Много пиво. So Brent and I are taking a tour of the churches in Nesebar right now, and we stumbled upon one from the 14th century that I can't even pronounce the English name. It's the Christ Pantocrator. Did I get that right?
I guess. I don't even know how it's pronounced in English. In Bulgarian it's Pantocrator, but that doesn't really help with the pronunciation in English. So.
Well, you're quite the linguist, so what does it mean?
Well, we are just guessing, but pan, of course, pan means everything. So like pantheism, for example, everything is God. So, but this is Pantocrator, so we're assuming that it's like omnipotent or omniscient or something like that. That's the best guess that I have.
Some of these churches, I'll give you a view of the area, the flowers and all. Some of these churches go back to what, the 5th century?
Yeah, I think they were saying that the first ones were built in the 4th or 5th century, but I think most of them have been leveled, basically, and other churches have been built on top of them since then. So I think most of the extant churches here in Nesebar are from about they're from the medieval times, so about, let's say, 13th century or afterwards.
For a vacation destination, there's a whole lot of history here. We were speaking with one person who lives here, and she was telling us about how are there, 5 or 6 different levels to the city.
She said 7 levels, so I think if I go through them, it would be like the Thracians first, built here. And she was actually saying that the island did not exist, so they were actually building in the water originally, the Thracians. And then she said the Greeks came, then the Turks, then the Romans, then the Bulgarians. I don't know, I'm skipping a couple of...
I think it was Romans before the Turks, but whatever.
It could be. I mixed them up.
All these major powers, these empires, came to Nesebar, although she was... I was going to ask the question, I was going to pose her the question, why are there so many churches still here if the Ottomans conquered the place? But she was saying that the Turks didn't take much interest in Nesebar, which...
Yeah, they didn't there was only fish here, so basically she's saying it wasn't worth them to really try to rule this part of the country. I think she said that there were 2 of the sultan's, she was saying employees, but 2 people who are working for the Sultan who were here, I don't know what century she was talking about, but let's see, the Ottoman Empire was in control of Bulgaria for 500 years until the end of the 19th century, so I guess she means during those 500 years there were very few Ottoman soldiers or anything in this area.
We also chatted a bit about building codes and how they relate to geopolitics and some political gripes with the Bulgarian government and UNESCO, which we won't get into too much, but it's very interesting how it's technically an island, right? They built a bridge. I've heard people call it a peninsula, but it's an island, right?
Well, no, I would call it an island, but I mean, apparently what she was saying is that it's artificial because the island, the soil, the dirt, etc. was not here. The Thracians started building in the water, and then as you know, the ruins get destroyed, and then somebody else comes along and builds on top of it. So We just saw, for example, we saw a really nice church that was never consecrated. It was never actually made into a church or used as a church. It was, the guy died when he was building it, the main architect. So, but yeah, it's like interesting because you have to like walk down 9 steps. So you can see like it was built, I think, what was the year?
It was late 5th century, early 6th century.
5th or 6th century. So since then, you can see like, you know, probably a meter or a meter and a half or two of soil and dirt has been, I don't know, deposited on top. So yeah, I mean, she said it wasn't an island originally, which sounds very interesting to me. I don't know how they would have built in the water, but...
Well, regardless of the geography, the topography, I find it fascinating that this tourist spot right next to Sunny Beach, this out-of-control party destination, is actually a place where there's all this history, where there are empires, where there's geopolitics. So, I mean, so much is very fascinating here. It's more than just a stopover from your party or a break from your bar crawls at Sunny Beach.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when we're younger, we do like to do the beach, the pub crawls and stuff, but I have always been I've always appreciated really nice architecture, and Bulgaria is full of that, but of course, you have Sozopol, you have Nesebar. I don't know if any other places along the seaside where there are really old ruins like this, but yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful place. It has a fascinating history, and yeah, it's certainly something, a destination for anybody who comes to Bulgaria or Eastern Europe. You should check it out because it's just gorgeous.
All right, enough about the history. I think you get the point. So the Nesebar day trip is wrapping up, and now we're heading back to what's positioned behind me, Sunny Beach. You can take a look. This is the old town of Nesebar. There's a bridge that leads you to the new town, which you're looking right in the sun now. Then there are a couple beaches on the way to Sunny Beach, which is right about here. And then there's some resorts that go up on the other side of the cove, all very nice. And that's a wrap from Nesebar, heading back to Sunny Beach. Back in Sunny Beach now at the Neptune Beach Hotel, where looks like we're gonna have a buffet dinner. I'm not quite sure what the connection is to the Neptune Hotel is, but this is where our guide took us, and quite a view, I would say. I volunteered to sit down and claim the table while they go inside and eat, and I wouldn't mind staring at this view for a while. We're not going to catch the sun setting over here because we're looking to the west, but that gives us the sea view, as well as my favorite wacky roller coaster in Sunny Beach. You can see that from here as well. Alright, we're gonna dig in and I'll wrap up this vlog with Brent. It's been a fun weekend. We met Dinko Valev. That's how you say it?
Yes.
I mean, that's how he's known in Bulgaria.
Dinko Valev.
Yeah, Dinko from Yambol. We met him, we hung out with him, we toured Nesebar.
Yep.
Dined in Sunny Beach this evening along the coast. That was nice.
Very nice. Maybe we'll talk about it in one of our future posts, podcasts.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a podcast about Dinko. There seems to be some interest about him in Bulgaria.
For sure.
All right, so I say приятно пътуване, right?
Благодаря.
Yeah. Happy travels or a nice trip, something like that.
Pleasant traveling, something like that.
All right. I think it's time for you to catch your bus.
Yes. It's waiting.
Ciao.
Thanks. Ciao.
It is Monday. Brent is back in Sofia. I am boarding a bus and heading back down the Bulgarian coast. I'll be paying another visit to the southern old town of Sozopol. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. That's it from Sunny Beach. Ciao.